It's pretty tight. Reason number one, clips on real quick and stays there nice and tightly. Reason number two, you can take this piece out and this clips on to any of the attachments. You can still look at this and not have to use your phone while placing this somewhere else. Two video modes that I am usually in, video and free frame video. But it's not 360, it's closer to a 180 degree view. In post, you can adjust your framing. Swipe from this side, change your settings, and you have color profiles, which I usually use flat. You can just shoot straight video where what you see is what you get. You don't need to process it through their app. Also in the settings, I put sharpness to low and bitrate to high, which were not standard. One feature that I really love is when the camera is off and you hit record, it will turn on and start recording, and it takes about 4 to 5 seconds. The audio that you're hearing right now is from this camera. It has a better mic than I expected. Flip screen, vlog mode. And we can walk around. Let's say that I am waiting for something to happen, like a bear to walk by. Let's just say that I'm the bear and I walked by, sniffed the camera, and moved on. And we want that epic clip, but we don't want to fill up the card because we've been waiting all day. So I saw that happen and I'm gonna click record. Say you want to have a cooking show and you need a top-down shot over your stove and you have a microwave just here like I have. Easy. Let's say you don't have a metal bottom microwave. This is sticky. But it's not sticky like tape. It's this weird material that's like, I don't know exactly what it is, but you can clean it off and it gets sticky again. It's not a new thing. I've seen it before. You can move this around in any direction. If we want a top-down shot, you can just tilt it like that and see down. All right, we're rolling on A10C27 lav only. I feel like Taylor Swift right now. I have the mic right here on my beard, and I feel like she does that too, minus the beard. But the reason for that is because the other mounting option is right here. So I can have a little bit more of a POV view, moving around, having the camera on my shirt. Uh-oh, did I do something here? It's this magnetic piece. You can mount in different ways. I don't know why you would mount in different ways, because with this camera, it does not matter which direction it's in, but chest mount. Be nice if this thing was black so that you couldn't notice it as much, because in my initial creeping on the street sessions with this thing, I felt a little odd with this Iron Man looking thing right here. But if you have a black shirt on and this is black, I don't know, could be good. Not recommending that you creep on the streets with hidden cameras, but there is another piece. This is a hat mount. It's super tight clamp. I'm gonna pop this on my hat and then take this and put it in here, and it's pretty tight. You can also adjust it so that it's pointing more forward. So I use this when I'm riding the bike in one of my previous videos. Every mounting option that I've mentioned here is just what was included in the $400 setup that I got. My wife was a little mad because I ordered it on my Amazon account and I stopped my Prime membership because she has a Prime membership, but I was logged into my Amazon and it said that it could be delivered today. Tomorrow I might not want it, but if I can have it delivered today, I'll get it today. And I didn't know her login information, so I ordered it on mine and did pay like $10 extra shipping to get it here today. But a couple days passed and we got over. Okay, last thing, I'm gonna put this mic off of my beard and back where it belongs. Also, this necklace is good because you can adjust the height. So you can have it like up here or down here, but I think the hat mount is a little bit cooler. So over the last couple of years, I've developed this strategy of having two cameras. One, easy to move, easy to use, quick setup, something that like when you turn it on, it turns on immediately and batteries last for a long time. And that for me was the Sony FX3. So I had two cameras, a mini LF and an FX3. I thought that that was an amazing scenario. I used the Alexa for bigger productions and I used the FX3 for smaller productions, or brought it along with me to take behind the scenes photos, or brought it on vacation to make short videos. I brought it to Italy and brought it everywhere that I went for a week or whatever. Like if I went to lunch, I brought it with me. No backpack, just the camera body and a Sigma 24-70. Nothing else. I don't even think I had an ND filter. I think I just cranked the shutter speed. So that got me in the thought process of what is the smallest camera I can bring around with me, and this seemed interesting to me. I've had GoPros in the past before and those are great too. I have the Insta360 1X. It's fine to bring the camera around, but when you get it into post, you have to like process the 360-degree video, and with this I liked that you could just shoot in regular video. You can crop to 9:16 because you are filming essentially like a circle. The other day when I biked to the city to pick up a camera, the Iconoscope, you should check out that video. I just threw this on the hat and knew if I wanted to make an Instagram story, I could have the tall version. If I wanted to post footage of it on YouTube, I could have the 16:9 version. I put everything in 1 or 2 bags depending on what I'm doing. I have this bag and I don't know exactly what this is from. It might be from some headphones that I have. I just throw this in here because it has a nice soft inside so that the lens doesn't get scratched up. This hat mount and the necklace I'll put in this bag. The maximum that I'll have is these two. If I'm going to lunch, I can put just this in here, put it in my pocket. The other thing that is interesting is mixing formats. Mixing this footage with an Alexa looks pretty nice. So the biggest things for me are being able to remove this from this so you have a screen and full control without having to connect through the phone. I hate when I get a text, if I have to go look at the text and then go back into the app and reconnect to the camera to be able to use the camera. With this, I can use it completely without any like connection issues, and put this somewhere else and be able to see it on here or let it operate as one. Having the square sensor or the round sensor so you can go vertical or horizontal is great. Mixing this footage with the Alexa feels like I'm mixing 2 different formats in a way that created probably my favorite video that I've ever posted on YouTube, and that's the last video I posted. If you want to see how this little thing mixes with a camera that is 25 times the cost. 250 times the cost. That's an interesting pairing. Eventually, I will no longer have a need for this, so stay tuned for that when I need to get rid of this. Also, the Pro Mist filters. The people that won those were in the UK and in South Africa, and I went to FedEx just to ship the one to the UK, and they're like 150 bucks. So I do want to get rid of some equipment, but might need to do US only. It's waterproof, I think. Oh, also the SliPod. If you don't know what a SliPod is, just Google SliPod. It's like a remote motorized slider that kind of looks like a monopod. To be able to put this on the end is interesting because so lightweight that when the SliPod extends, it doesn't dip down, which was a problem when I was experimenting with an FX3 on the SliPod and wanted a perfect horizontal movement. It would dip a little, so it was a little bit harder to use and kind of balance things out to get that right, but with this, it doesn't dip. And you can get this like right on the ground, like real low mode. No memory card in here, which for some could be a bad thing, but I like it. Usually these types of cameras have micro SD cards, and I need to bring around a micro SD to an SD card adapter, which to me, those things feel like the flimsiest things ever. So I always keep 3 of them with me because I just feel like they could break at any time, and it's a little bit annoying. This you just plug in to the computer and then transfer your footage like that, which is nice. All right, that's it. Peace. We put this blanket on this couch because this is a new couch and it's white, and it was like a long argument between my wife and I about the couch because I am like, you know, out and about. We live in New York City, Ubers, subways, city bikes. Like, I don't want to come home after a city bike rip and then sit on this white couch. So it's still a bit of an argument, but you know, you pick your battles and you win some and you lose some. Okay, that's it.